On August 6, when a couple of missiles fell into many houses, killed 3 children and a woman in her 30s who was engaged to get married. It was a very sad moment. Kind of it was an alarm for us, but still, lots of people start marching to leave. But as sisters, we thought it will be good to stay. We thought it will be like the first displacement that we have in June, that will go for a couple of days and come. So after the prior spoke with us, we said to her, no, we're staying this time. Until 10 o'clock, the word was, we'll stay, we'll not leave this time. But after we saw that the Peshmerga were taking their uniform off and people were marching by walking or by cars, so it was like, okay, something is wrong here. And we got some phone calls from good friends telling us, you should leave because this time is really dangerous. We put all our trust in Peshmerga because they promised us to protect us, and until the last minute we were so secure they will protect us. But when we saw them taking their uniform off, we thought that the time of danger has really arrived. So most of us were kind of shocked. We didn't take anything with us, just a pair of clothing. So many of us forgot their documents. And the worst of that was, speaking of over than 60,000 people from Qaraqosh and from Nineveh who were displaced themselves by ISIS, marching on the roads. When we got into the street, we saw thousands and thousands of cars, people marching, lots of people walking, loading people in trucks, loading people like the 5 persons vehicle. There were about 8 to 10 people there. Didn't get until next morning, exhausted with no water. We're speaking of August, and the heat is unbearable in Iraq in August, over 100 degrees, without water, hungry. By the time we got here, it was more horrible to see people scattered everywhere like a sheep without shepherd, on the streets, on the yards, and the churches, everywhere. Seeing children crying without food, infants, because they left. As soon as we got here, the priests and the sisters, let's say the church in general, took over, could not see people like this suffering. So we started, at first finding places for them. Tents were installed for them. Churches were open for them on the second day, not the first day actually. So neither of us were prepared, neither us or the churches here with the capacity of those people, of over than 60,000 people. It was like for the first month kind of a shock. This is not happening, this is happening. After a while, we recognize that our displacement is not for a couple days, it might take over years and years. So then organizations started coming, helping us, but still the question for us, is it enough to provide food for people and homes, or we need something more to have dignity? Let's say we did lose our dignity here. We have been humiliated in so many ways. And as a Christian would say, with love education. So what they are doing, ISIS, what's doing to us is they are killing a new generation, because one generation won't get educated is going to affect other education. So as sisters, we're trying by all means to find, schools, kindergartens, anything that can relate to people to help them to be educated. Besides that, we've been working with health, because the hospitals here did not have the capacity for this big amount of people. So we started 2 clinics here and 1 in The Hague for ISIS, or for even, I would say, for the government, or for even for the UN, the United Nations. We're just numbers. We're not considered a human being. And I would say we can't do anything, because Jesus said, whoever beat you, give him your other cheek. But would say God is the one who knows how, to treat everyone by their works, and that's how we count. every suffering ends with the resurrection, as Sister Mary Therese said yesterday, and there is no sufferings end with death. It's always there, resurrection. We don't know how long that would take, but we know there is a light shining near in the future. Thank you.